Welcome to Storytime Speedpaint. Number 1, Painful Kneeboarding. So my grandpa lives on a lake, and my family goes there for Christmas and the 4th of July. So in the summer, we do water sports like tubing and kneeboarding. I absolutely love kneeboarding. Last summer, my mom, my brother, and I went on one last run. My mom drove the boat, and my brother watched to see if I flipped or I wanted to go faster or slower, pretty much making sure I didn't die. I had some trouble getting onto the board earlier, but I finally managed to stay on. We had gone into a larger finger of the lake where it's still a confined space, but you can still go quickly, unlike the finger my grandpa lives on. A boat had just left that finger, so there was some water, and, well, obviously there was some water. There was some choppy water. We hit a group of wakes. I didn't fall off, but my grip on the rope did loosen. We hit a second group of wake. The first wake of that group, I managed to stay on. The second wake, You know how dirt bikers go over those big bumps? Well, imagine that, but made of water, so you can actually go through it. I went up the first lake, but didn't come back down, not properly at least. The nose of the board went into the third lake, slingshotting my face into the water. My legs were still stuck to the board because I managed to get on my knees by this point. So I was upside down, the board was upside down, my legs were attached to the board. I had a life jacket on, thankfully. But I was freaking out for a sec, thinking I was going to drown, because I was panicking. And that's what you do when you panic. After a second, though, my head popped out of the water. I got a breath of air and went back under. Got my legs loose and lifted myself on top of the board, which was still flipped over. My brother had saw all of this. It got my mom to turn around, and I got back on the boat. Before I got back onto the boat, on the kneeboard, I was having quite a bit of trouble trying not to cry, because it hurt a lot, and my face was probably red at this point, not from pain, not from sadness and just crying. But since my face had slingshotted into the water, yeah, I'm assuming it was red. So we drove back to the house after sitting in that spot in the waters, trying not to cry until I eventually did cry, but that's not important. We drove back to my grandpa's house, and I just stayed on the little strip of land he has that's right on the water. I just sat in a chair for a few minutes there, just trying not to die, I guess. The pain was starting to go away by this point, and yeah. Then I went upstairs and told everyone what happened. Well, my mom and sibling already told everyone, but yeah. Well, that was traumatic, painful kneeboarding run. Be sure to like this video, subscribe, share this video with friends, and comment an idea for another Storytime speed paint drawing, because I've only got 2, including this one. Yeah.